Welcome back to the next video in setting up getting things done inside of Google Keep. Here we're nearly finished having this all built. I mean, it is all built, but we've almost covered everything. In this one, we're going to look specifically at reference. And just to demonstrate, you may have noticed from previous videos, I've added a new note. It is a reference note, as we can tell from its color. It has the asterisk, and of course at the bottom it has the reference label attached. But these are important numbers. Let's just pretend, for the purposes of this video, I just find myself when I'm out and about, there's a handful of numbers I just need to grab. I need my library card number. I drop in and out of the library. Sometimes I have my card, sometimes I don't. I always have my phone though, so it's super useful for me to have my card number here pinned on a note. And then for work, as some vehicles, feels like I'm constantly pulling out the info about, so I just put the info down here so I can quickly grab it when I need it. It's pinned here when I go to my all notes because it's something I frequently access. However, that lives down in reference. Now, reference, it's a bit of a catch-all. It's all of the data points that some of them might be tied to a project related to an area of your life, some not. Just anything that you feel like is worth remembering, worth documenting. And so for this particular video, I was going to give you some examples of how you might use this. One of the first areas that I love to use my reference for is to remember some getting things done methodology. I love to have it in one spot as I'm using my getting things done system. And so for starters, I'm going to go ahead and make a reference for how does getting things done even work? And so here we go. I actually asked Google Gemini to help me make a summary, and this is what it gave me, and I think it's pretty good. I'll just call it GTD Workflow and put my little symbol because this is a reference document, make it the correct color, and there we go. Now, whenever it's time, whenever I'm just looking at my system, I'm just like, I forgot. Hey, this is wonderful. I can hop over here. Next, another good one to pull in here could be the natural planning model. This is, I feel like this is really good as you're thinking about, you have a project and you're kind of stuck on it. Like, what do I do next? This is it. This is David Allen's beautiful little summary of how you should think about what to do next. How do you get from I have a project down to okay, now I know what I ought to do next so I can make progress on that project. Next up is a weekly review. And so that's really useful. Every week I try to spend at least a 2-hour block getting current, going through all of my capture areas, including anything in Google Keep, to get current. And so this will be my weekly review guide. That's what I'm going to name it. I'm going to put it here. And get clear, empty your head. And what I'm going to put here my capture areas. I might say email inboxes. Got to clear those out. I've got an in basket on my desk. What else do I have? I have quick capture, notes, and I have a notebook that I jot down stuff sometimes. And so I want to make sure I review all those. There we go. And yep, calendar for 2 to 4 weeks. It's wonderful. There we go. And this is really important to me, so I'm going to pin it. Now it's at the top of my reference folders. What's next? Incompletes can be really useful to help me do a brain dump or a mind sweep. So let's go ahead and make that one too. Oops, can't spell. Help me think through, hey man, what's out there that needs to get put in the system so I don't forget about it? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put it in the right color. Let's fix that. And last one is the horizons. If you've never done the horizons exercise, I would highly recommend it. Even if you don't use all of GTD, how many horizons? 5 horizons. This is such a useful model for thinking through and really clarifying what you should be focused on. Where should your attention really be? And I'll put that in the right color. A couple other ways you might use reference. Actually, one thing you might do is, at least I do it once a quarter, but I think David Allen recommends once a year, is actually go through the 5 horizons. And so when you do that, what you might do is to, if you do it once a year, you say, do it at the beginning of the year, 2026 horizons. And you have them listed out, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You list out your horizons here, and you keep this as one of your pinned notes in your reference so that you look at it frequently. You don't forget what it was that you decided. What areas are you focused on? It helps you really, it's a really good help to say no to things that don't matter to you when you decide these things and clarify these things in advance. Plus, maybe things will change, and this is a good opportunity to see it, tweak it, and then stay focused the rest of the time. Something that I've done that is I'll actually keep, let's see, some Catholic prayers in here. So have a note, a handful of prayers that I would like to have readily available. So I'll make them as a reference note. And I pin that and keep it on my home screen. And on my, I only do this for a handful, but I'll give it like a fancy background. There we go. So it stands out so I can grab it quick. What else? The addresses. So you might make a note called your address book. And so if there are any physical addresses that you need to keep top of mind, you have a spot where you can quick go grab them. This next one can be really useful if you're trying to get off of social media. It has birthdays. I know I love Facebook. It tells me when everyone's birthday is, but it is kind of obnoxious that when I want to spend some time away from Facebook, I forget when everyone's birthday is. And so you could just keep a note here, add to it, quick scan Facebook for your closest friends for the birthdays you want to remember before you bail on the platform. Oh, another good one could be favorite quotes. And it's really just anything that you can think of that you want to. You'll hear it if you go look up any of David Allen's commentary on how to do reference inside of GTD, and it kind of blends over with Someday Maybe, but he keeps a reference for restaurants that he wants to go visit, and he organizes those restaurants by city because he travels a lot, and he calls himself a big foodie, and so he likes to go try new food. There you go. The reference, super useful. What you pin, right, shows up at the top here alongside your other pins. It's color coded and it's super useful. All right, if you've done that, you now have a fully functioning GTD system. And in the next video, we're just going to do some practical exercises demonstrating what it looks like to use it day in and day out. Thanks for watching.